Welcome. Today I have the pleasure of talking to Nidge O'Sullivan about his upcoming multimedia art project. You may have seen his recent post on Facebook.
As an experiment that will be turned into an art piece, I would like to invite anyone that sees this and wishes to partake to do the following. Below will be 3 words making up a phrase. Focusing on just that. Comment long or short, but whatever hits you first. I shall leave this up for roughly 48 hours. I shall tag some, but it is open to anyone that sees this. Below is the phrase. Long-term realistic proposals.
Hi Nidge, you're very welcome and thank you for coming to the show.
Thanks, it's a pleasure, thanks for having me.
So Nidge, I'm sure many of us may be intrigued about your Facebook post a few days ago. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, thanks, I'd love to. Well, basically it all started on the 21st of September, which is a significant day. It's like the world equinox, and it's also my late mother's birthday, and it was court day in Tralee, Repossessions Court, and that's actually where it all grew from. I don't go to court that often anymore, because it's all a big joke, a big game. But when I do go, I go there in an observing role more so these days, and I just got my notebook out and wrote the date, underlined it, and then just key phrases or key thoughts just popped into my mind over the course of a few hours, and I wrote them down. When I got home, I looked at the page again and it just jumped out at me. It just looked like the track listing of an album, and track 1 was the first line that I wrote down, long-term realistic proposals.
That's very interesting. So could you tell us exactly how the Facebook post fits into this?
Yeah, well, I suppose when it went off into my head to kind of make this very collaborative, include as many, because I'm just surrounded by talent. Everyone I know is passionately talented and a little bit lost, just like me. And as I'm coming out of my dark, lost forest, let's say, very much like we all have been, I thought this would be a good idea to kind of not only get myself going, but pull in the wonderful talent that's around me and even attract even some more. So I just got it into my head that first evening that wouldn't it be wonderful, because that particular phrase, the long-term realistic proposals, was actually said by a solicitor for the bank who was trying to repossess a family home. And I left it totally out of context. I didn't give any information on the Facebook post about, and I kept it very sparse really, and just let people deal with that key phrase in their own way, because I felt that I would get some response off of it at least, but I was quite surprised at how many different responses. I actually got 30 different people and 33 responses. Now anybody into numerology or anything realizes that they are actually quite interesting numbers to have actually randomly happened. So I've compiled that list now of comments from the original post. A lot of them kind of went along the same lines. Some of them were totally left field, and others then were more in between. So that's where that post actually originated from.
So Nidge, tell us what happens next. What will the comments become?
Yeah, so I'm keeping the other 8 tracks secret for now. I'm hoping to collaborate with as many people that I know. I'm surrounded by talented, passionate people that, like myself, are possibly a little bit fearful of our own passions and talents. That's why I was so keen to open this up to use many mediums of art, not just film, which is my speciality. I was hoping to collaborate with poets, writers, singers, musicians, right across the board. Any kind of genre you can think of, it will be involved in this album. But for now, the single long-term realistic proposals is all that will be released publicly in a couple of weeks. The entire album will be kept under wraps until 2018, early 2018, and it is only then that the full impact of this project will materialize fully. But I am hoping that the first track, the first single off the album, will give a sense of the direction I'm going with. That taking inspiration from such a dark place of Repossessions Court to create rather than destroy on a whole new level, bringing it up rather than down, and bringing in as many people that may be a little bit shy, lost, scared of their own talent, because everybody is an artist. It's just they were told they weren't.
Well, Nidge, I'm sure everyone is very interested. It sounds absolutely brilliant. I'm sure we can't wait to hear it.
Well, thanks. As I say, look out for track 1 coming out soon, Long-Term Realistic Proposals, the album following in the year, and I hope that everyone will... I've kind of come to the conclusion that a lot of the reason why I wasn't creating, I had so much creative ideas and I was kind of subduing them out of fear of people hating my work. But then I've realised through the help of chats with friends and just my own inner self that art, in order to be art, needs haters. It needs people to hate it, and I just hope that there'll be more people that will love it in the end.
Thank you very much for coming to the show. It was great having you here, and we hope to see you again.
Well, thank you. It was a pleasure coming in.
Thanks.
Cue music.